just gonna be honest. Yeah, I work on my health, both physical, mental, and spiritual. But I'm not perfect. I still don't eat well. I still don't sleep well. I still don't process what I'm going through or be mindful of my thoughts well. However, it's not about being perfect or anything like that. It's about just taking it day by day. Ever since I've been taking action, getting out of my head and really trying to provide some organization in my life, both in my physical and mental and spiritual space. I was in talks with one of my students today. I was talking about how your physical space is a representation of your mental space. Meaning, so even right now, if you're in your room, if you're in your apartment, your home, in your car, look around. Look at the stuff that's around you. You see stuff on the floor, or you see buttoned up receipts stuffed away somewhere randomly, buttoned up paper. You see, dishes not clean. You see little things here and there. You just it piles up. Look at your restroom, for example. Look how clean that is. Look at your physical space around you and see for what it is. And for me personally, a lot of it's just clutter. A lot of things disorganized. A lot of things just there, even though I don't need them anymore. Whether it's paper, whether it's dishes, whether it's just not sweeping up the floor or just vacuuming my car. It's a lot of just little things, right? It's nothing big. It's not like anything completely destroyed or anything like that. But it's little things. All the little clutter starts piling up. It starts accumulating. And it starts becoming a background thought. Man, I need to do this. Man, I need to do this. You feel disappointed because you never followed through. You never followed through with your commitment. Follow through with the direction you want in your life. It's disappointment because we have these expectations that to get these things done, and yet we never follow through with them because we set ourselves up for failure and we start expecting things from ourselves and from other people. Yes, I get that we need to have some type of regard for our well-being and other people, having expectations with that in regards to that. What I mean by expectation, when you start putting things in your head, especially when it involves other people, and especially yourself, if you start expecting people to treat you a certain way so you can achieve an emotional response. And for me, for example, I like having the undivided attention. That's an expectation that I have. Not necessarily it's a good or bad thing. It's just when I'm talking to someone and they're on their phone, we're not really engaged in conversation. I feel I physically feel. First it comes to the thought. I think that they're disrespecting me. I think that they're doing something to intentionally harm me, not even physically harm me, but harm my emotional self. And because of that, I start to realize I have an expectation to be heard, right? However, it's funny because I also do the same thing to other people when I'm talking to them. I see myself texting or I see myself not engaging in the conversation. So I have this expectation for the people, yet I don't, follow it myself. Or even when I'm just by myself and I'm having an expectation for me to listen to like what I'm going through, or what I'm feeling, or what I'm thinking. Yet I'm still not fully engaged in terms of understanding myself. Like fully listening for the sake of listening, not listening to respond right away, especially when you want to have like some type of solution. Like we always want solutions like that. However, it's not how it goes. What I've realized so far, solutions don't come overnight. They don't they don't come a week from now. They solutions is a long-term thing, and it's been embedded in us in terms of our society, in terms of social conditioning, in terms of potentially like how you were raised, that we want that immediate, or instant gratification of whatever we're doing, And the same thing like when we engage in substances, whether it be alcohol, marijuana, or any other like illicit drugs, we're aiming towards feeling something else, but what we're feeling. You get what I mean? And we're trying to avoid a particular emotion or a particular physical sensation because it's uncomfortable. We don't want to experience discomfort because it's uncomfortable and it makes us feel weird, it makes us feel unsafe, it makes us scared. Just to be real with you, I get scared a lot. That's how it goes. We all fear something. But at the same time, when that fear becomes crippling, right, when you start not engaging, in social activities because, you just don't feel safe, or you stop doing things that you care about, or stop doing little things like cleaning up your place, or cleaning up your car, all because of the fear, and you're scared of the potential outcome, or you're scared of just change, this fear of change, and we tend to fear a lot of stuff, especially when it comes to change, even if it's a good thing. I've had my own experience when either being at the receiving end or the one providing the change, especially in relationships, whether it be friendships, romantic, or whatever. When I start realizing a change, especially like if it's something like out of the blue, I get scared. I start coming up with these random ass thoughts and random ass assumptions based off of an emotion rather than concrete evidence or logical facts, or just logical observations rather than embedding like all my emotion or all my insecurities into understanding a certain situation. And vice versa, when I am trying to be more of a person to produce change in someone's life, it's just an opposing energy or an opposing perspective, or it's just different. And because of that difference, we tend to push away or neglect ourselves, or just simply shy away from a challenge. And something what I've been doing recently is really taking hold of that challenge and feeling that sense of drive, that sense of motivation, that inspiration that I gain from everyday life. I gain a lot of inspiration from the people that I work with, both the children, both like my students in Kopro, basically whoever's listening to this right now, whether you're in the program or not, you inspire me. You inspire me to continue on with what I have decided to do, produce change in other people's lives one step at a time. By working on myself, understanding myself, and implementing systems and implementing different strategies to better my physical, mental, and spiritual state. Of course, it's a work in progress, but we all are. Whether it's your first day in the gym or your, in fifth year, working out, we're always striving for something. Always striving. And we tend to forget that, it's a feedback loop. Meaning we can't always be looking forward, right? Always trying to look for the next thing. we also have to go back to the present moment and appreciate and realize how far we have came, how far we all have came. All of us on, like in this program, and people around us, whether we see some type of huge impact, in terms of impacting other people or on ourselves, like no matter what, change is change. Change happens, whether from a negative or positive influence, but it happens, and we have the ability to really grasp that change and understand it, gain a level of compassion, and embrace it. Embrace it for the betterment of ourselves and the betterment of the relationships we have with other people. Change isn't scary. What's really scary is leaving the certainty of who we are as a person. A lot of times we, at least with myself, I tend to start identifying myself as a particular person based off of what I've been told as a child, based off of what I've been told by other people. However, those people, whether positive or negative, whether a positive or negative aspect of my life or parts of my life, they don't necessarily know all about me. Like as cliche as it sounds, like I'm the person that knows myself best, and the same as you, right? You are the person that knows you best, and we have to remember that not everyone knows who we are. Shit, sometimes we don't even know who we are. Like I was an very angry kid growing up. I wasn't like a super bad kid. I just had my temper. I had my attitude, all because I was just experiencing pain that I didn't even know I had. I had no understanding of what I was going through based off of the trauma that I experienced, like the various forms of trauma that I experienced, along with just that generational trauma that my family is like that my family has. It's just being passed on, like their ideas, like their perspective of life and how it is and whatnot. It's that generational curse. But over time, starting uncovering certain aspects of who you are and what makes you happy, what makes you upset. You gain a level of compassion for yourself, because instead of being so judgmental, eventually, the same way how you see other people, if they ever vent to you or they're explaining a certain situation, especially if you're a loving and caring person for other people, you're unbiased, you're non-judgmental, provide compassion for that person based off what they're going through. And that same level of compassion you can provide for another person is the same level of compassion you can provide for yourself, especially if you're going through something. Whether if you don't feel like you're enough, or if you feel like the world's out to get you, or that you're not worthy. You are worthy. You are more than enough. And you are capable of so many things. Sometimes we just tend to forget that. We tend to live in our heads, or in the future, or in the past. Maybe what we can really do as people, as humans, as members of society, as friends, as clients, as students, as coaches, as positive and negative influences on this world. What we can do is really home in on the present moment and see what reality truly is right now. Find the areas of improvement, the areas of strength, and the areas of your support. By doing that, I believe we have a better chance at combating whatever challenge, whatever obstacle, whether it be self-imposed or imposed by other people. We can get through it. And if you don't believe you can, just know that I believe in you, and I'm always in your corner.